In this lecture, we are going to talk about the different Azure management interfaces and understand how we can interact with the Azure Cloud Platform. So Azure provides multiple distinct options in order to interact with the Azure Cloud Platform, and these are the Azure Portal, the Azure Command Line Interface Tool or simply the CLI, Azure PowerShell module, Azure Cloud Shell, Azure SDKs, and the Azure Mobile App. So now let's start with the Azure Portal. The Azure Portal is a graphical user interface for accessing a wide range of Azure Cloud services and managing compute, storage, and other cloud resources. Azure Portal is a web application that comprises and refers to a broad collection of services consoles for managing the Microsoft Azure Cloud Platform. And we did navigate to portal.azure.com when we created the Azure free account. Azure CLI and Azure PowerShell are next. These are cross-platform options, meaning that they work the same on all operating systems, Windows, Mac, and Linux, no restrictions here, that enable you to connect to your Azure Cloud tenant, so your account, and manage resources from the CLI command line interface. One question you may have in mind now is why would you want to use the CLI or maybe the PowerShell? Well, because it can help you to optimize and automate your work through scripting. As an example, if on a daily basis you create virtual machines in Azure Cloud, you could use these options, so the CLI or the PowerShell, in order to create scripts, and the virtual machines will be automatically created for you. AZ VM create, and then some information that we will cover in the course like resource group, image, username, SSH keys, and so on. The same is available if you want to use Azure PowerShell. We will explore both options during the course, so no worries if these tools are new to you. The next available tool is Azure Cloud Shell. The Azure Cloud Shell offers a browser-accessible pre-configured shell experience for managing Azure resources without the overhead of installing, versioning, and maintaining a machine yourself. So, in order to use the PowerShell or the CLI, some software needs to be installed on your PC, on your machine. So the Cloud Shell may be a better option in order to have it ready, available on any device that can just connect to the internet. Azure Cloud Shell is your Microsoft managed admin machine in Azure for Azure Resources Management. You get a modern web-based command line experience which can be accessed from several places like the Azure Portal by navigating to shell.azure.com, but also from the Azure Mobile App, which is actually going to come in a couple of slides. The Azure SDKs, so the software development kits, are next. This is an interesting option for developers actually. The Azure SDKs are collections of libraries for programming languages. They help you build applications that manage and interact with Azure services, and really multiple options exist. So for example, Go, PHP, .NET, Java, Python, and JavaScript as well. Alright, the last option is Azure Mobile App. The app is available on both Apple and Google Play stores, and it can be an interesting option to monitor the health and status of your Azure resources, quickly diagnose and fix issues, but also to run commands to manage your Azure resources. Thank you, and see you in the next lecture.